Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I am your host, Teresa Lawrence, here on KCAA Broadcasting Network, 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, where we cover over 5 million households in the greater Los Angeles. And we are also affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. You can listen to us every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time on any of your favorite podcasts and streaming channels. We are also on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and the Android app. Just subscribe to Building Solid Foundations channel. Once again, I am your host, Teresa Lawrence. I am an author, international speaker, and philanthropist. My nonprofit, the Trueness Project, is dedicated to inspiring truth and authenticity in all aspects of life, especially through storytelling. It is my belief that if you live in authenticity, you will find inner peace, and that is our path to world peace. And I want to share with you that as part of the nonprofit, I donate my little children's book, Gloriousness, around the world. And it is designed to help children process their emotions. I wrote it because I'm an immigrant, and I know what it's like to have a family lose everything and get displaced. And this was my way of sharing the gift of storytelling with children, because once you get the power of words and the power of storytelling, you know that you are the master of your life. Your story is your story. Don't let anybody else create it for you. And that's what this book is all about. And then we're teaching leadership all over the world. And this is my leadership book, The Power of Leadership with Teresa Lawrence. And it describes the different leadership styles that people have and the different experiences that people go through. And many people think you just become a leader, and the truth is that struggle is part of leadership. And this book shares stories of struggle and how we learn from them and we evolve. And that's that book. And then I want to share with you the best book ever. It is called The Grand Butterfly Gathering, Wings of Change for a Transformed World. And as you all know, every year at the end of June, I host the largest gathering of people dressed as butterflies in history. We continue our quest for a true world record. But that weekend is also a time to pray for peace. And I invite you all to join us on the last weekend in June, on June 28th, 2025, for our Grand Butterfly Gathering. And with that, especially the prayer for peace, it's a beautiful segue to our guest, John Kirko. John Kirko is the spiritual administrator for the Vision Center for Spiritual Living in San Diego. I met John at a Money and You seminar at his center. It was a beautiful experience. And yes, there are butterflies on the wall of his center. And it was incredible. When I walked in, I said, I'm home. It was so fun to be there, and John is amazing. John moved to San Diego from Michigan in 1987. Where he graduated with a degree in Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, and he got an MIS from Central Michigan University. In 2007, John started the Vision Center for Spiritual Living, which he currently runs, and its mission is to transform lives through practical spirituality. It is a beautiful place, and what a beautiful mission. With that, thank you to the show, John.
Thank you, Teresa. Thanks for having me. So I need to know, what is the world record for butterfly, what did you call them, outfits?
The largest number of people dressed as butterflies. It stands at 367.
Okay.
But when we had our event last June, we had 5,000 people worldwide dressed up as butterflies. But it wasn't official because you need to be in an official outfit.
Got it.
With all these requirements,
Got it.
and we didn't make those, but I still declare it a Trueness Project world record because, that's how we roll.
There you
But
go.
this year, I know that you will be involved.
I will,
in
and
your
our
own,
center will be for sure. Yes, yes,
with your
yes.
own butterfly event.
Yes.
I want you to share with the audience what happens at your center, because all of these fabulous things, like I just was having a conversation with you, concerts happen at your center. This happens. The Money in You conference happens.
Yeah. Yeah, so Vision, we currently, we're a center for spiritual living, so our main idea is to transform lives through practical spirituality. That's what we teach, that's what we are. And we do that through classes and Sunday celebrations where we bring fantastic music together and a great word and meditation and all kinds of wonderful things that to help people along for the week. One of the things I always talk about is we are inundated with a lot of information that sometimes isn't helpful for us. So Sunday mornings are a refresher to get your week going, to get you on the right path, to be thinking the right things, to take care of yourself. So that's what we do at Vision. And because of that, we do other things like we do concerts and workshops and things like that to support that theme.
So is Vision non-denominational?
We're a non-denominational organization. We're not religious. We're spiritual, we would say. So we don't work with the dogma of a lot of religions. We're more of a way of life. It's a way of living a positive way of seeing the good in life, and that's what we do.
And when you say it's a way of transforming your life,
Yeah.
that mindset of positivity,
Yeah.
of vision, is your path, and that's what you're trying to share with other people in the community. I want you to share your vision of your life with the audience, and I bring this up because John is so fascinating. I sat with him and we talked about his life, and I was just like, wow. He is so positive and so amazing. And he runs this center, and it's non-denominational. And I bring that up because I had a whole event that was a non-denominational prayer for peace. It is so important. I think religion is beautiful, but I do think it's many people's path to peace, but it's also very divisive in some ways. Yeah. My religion is better than your religion, this, that, and the other. And being non-denominational is beautiful. But I want to talk about John. Because you are so much more than what you do. So I sat down with John, and he told me about his family and how he's a single dad.
I am.
And he had adopted a beautiful child that has a mental illness. And I want you to share that story of adoption and your journey with your son, because I have a brother with mental illness. And it was beautiful to share our experiences. And I think many people in the audience, everybody has somebody suffering with mental illness in their life. And so this is a very powerful story, and I wanted you to share.
Thank you. And it's true. Everybody has someone in their life that we know that is struggling with or has a mental disorder. And so I had made a decision early, maybe 2000s, that I wanted to become a mentor for somebody, a young person, not really planning on going any further than just become a mentor for them. And so I went through the county and things to take classes to become a mentor, to be able to properly represent myself and the county. And so I met this young guy, and he was 9 years old, and he was in a group home, and he had been through about probably 15 different placements, homes, group homes, and just not succeeding at all. Where I found him, where he was at a group home. And so I met Jay the one day, and interesting enough, I met the director months before, because a friend of mine had joined it first, and she goes, "I've got the perfect person for you, the perfect kid." And I didn't know what she was meaning, but the county actually somehow got me connected with him, and he was that guy. And I had made a decision when I was adopting. I talked to the county and said, "Well, what happens if I don't get along with that young person?" And they said, "Well, you can go get another one." And I just said to myself,
Oh.
right. There's just no way in the world I'm doing that. I said, I whoever this person is, God's given to me, and I'm going to go ahead and take this. And so that was my guy. So as soon as I met him, I'm like, okay, you and I are now connected.
Isn't that lovable? It like makes you want to cry. It's like that's your child.
It's my guy. So now I'm just a mentor. I'm just working with him. And so I get to know him. So every Friday night, I would go over and see him. Now, it's the only connection he had with anybody outside. His family and stuff were challenged on their own level. And so I was the connection to the outside for him. And interesting enough, within the first 3 months, we went to the Target store and he stole something. And and so I made him bring it back to the store. And what we did is I told him that was wrong and in the back of the car. Well, what he did is he wanted to get rid of me because in his life, everybody's always abandoned him. So what I did is I said, I'm not leaving. And so he told his group home that he didn't want to see me anymore. I said, okay. And I said, I'll sit in the parking lot on Friday and I'll wait for you. I said, and I'll be there the next Friday and I'll be there the next Friday after that. And that's what I did. And so finally he came back and he came back and said, okay, let's do this. In other words, you're not giving up on me. I'm not giving up on me or you either. And so I got to really know him really well. And for a 3-year period, I just met him all the time. And then I said, okay, let's have you come in as a foster kid. So I brought him in as a foster child.
Okay, with that,
yes.
It's beautiful. And I want to share how beautiful it is because, I'm an immigrant and, when we got to the U.S., we were all separated. So I have that abandonment issue. And for you to prove to this child that you weren't going anywhere, that's really powerful. Yeah. So, and with that, it's time for a break. But when we come back, we're going to continue the story. It is such a beautiful story.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.